When Mark Bunkozy was diagnosed with incurable liver cancer, he and his father embarked on a special project that would help Mark take his mind off his deadly disease. Together, they faithfully restored a 1965 Mustang. But sadly, Mark would die before he was ever able to drive it on his own. For the next 2 years, the car sat silently in the Bunkozys' garage, a painful testament to the final months they'd shared with their only son. And then a friend, Cheryl Walsh, made a thoughtful suggestion. Why not donate the car to an upcoming fundraiser for the American Cancer Society?
It was a very difficult thing to ask somebody to do, to give up a car that had a lot of meaning to them. But they agreed to do it.
It would do more good for us to donate the car to raise money for the Cancer Society than it did having it sit in our garage. And so that's what we decided to do.
We had it as the premier item for the evening and had a sign on it saying that this car was restored by Mark Bunkozy, who had died of cancer. It was a very touching item to have there, and I think everybody then got the sense that the cancer ball was about curing cancer.
Going to the gala was very, very difficult. It meant that we were going to say goodbye to the car, even though we had decided that we were going to give it away. It was a tremendously emotional evening.
The car went for $15,000, so we were really thrilled at the amount of money that the car was able to raise that evening, and it was purchased by the honorary chairman of the event that night, Bruce Hawley.
We felt like it was what Mark would want us to do, and he would be happy with what we did. It was probably a year and a half after we had donated the car that I got a call from our friend Cheryl, and she said, "You're not going to believe this, but I just purchased a raffle ticket for a '65 Mustang that was donated in memory of Irma Bombeck to benefit the Kidney Foundation." And she said, "I'm positive it's your car."
This time, Mark's Mustang raised over $20,000 for a grand total of more than $60,000 between the three fundraisers.
And then one day, Bela came home from work, and he was looking through the paper.
I normally don't look at classifieds at all. And as I went down, and my eye just stopped, the '65 Mustang in perfect condition. I knew it was his car. I don't know how I knew, I just knew it was his car.
The man selling the car was initially unaware that Bela and Eva were the original owners. He began to tell the history of the vehicle and described how he had won it off a $25 raffle ticket at a fundraiser.
I had not seen a smile like that on Bela's face in many years. He was just lit up from inside at being able to drive his car again.
Everything was stayed away. We left it. The original radio that Mark wrapped up was in the trunk, untouched, just like the way it was. And the odometer read 700 miles, more than when the car was donated. The car was never really driven for any other purpose than from go to one charity to another charity.
What a healing process for Eva and Bela to know that their son, who had always said, "I want to be able to give back, I want to help others," had really helped others. And then for it to show up through the newspaper in such a miraculous way, you can't help but believe that Mark really had a lot to do with this. If you believe in miracles, and I believe in miracles, you got to believe that it made its journey and it came home for the right reasons.
Now the car is a total joy. I drive it all the time.
It was like a gift that was being returned to us by our son. It was as though he said, "I wanted money for charity. You missed the car. It's my way of saying, hey, Dad, I'm okay, and here's a gift from me to you." I truly believe that that's what happened, because that's what Mark would do.